I did have a pre-career. It was radio, JJ. Oh, hello.
Oh, hey.
Welcome to the Yo Show. Now, Alex, the producer, who's losing weight. What weight are you at right now?
Before our
Alex?
very eyes.
Right before.
Yeah, so right now, I'm like half a pound away from 20 now.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Alex. Look, everybody watching this podcast live, show Alex some love because I saw a lot of people comment and show you some love.
Mhm.
Hey, this podcast is all about supporting Alex, making him lose weight and just spreading love through the community of the Yo Show. So Alex is close to losing 20 pounds, and that's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Also, feel free to subscribe so I keep my job.
That's
hit
right.
the little subscribe button down there. And anyway, let's get on to it.
So,
For sure.
so I have this product, Alex. When should I do it? Should I do it later in the program? This is
Do
my.
it now.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. I'll just put some on because I use it every day.
What is it?
It's the CBD cream because I'm scared.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's the CBD cream. It's called Baskins. It's amazing. The link is right there. I use it every single day on every part.
A little bit of that.
Little
Am I getting high now?
No, there's no
Okay.
T. What is it? THC.
THC?
There's no.
Okay.
No, I
Okay.
don't mess with THC. So this
Okay.
is my mom uses it. She loves it.
Oh,
But we'll move on.
nice.
I don't.
It's
Alex
thick.
will.
I like
It's a,
it.
yeah. If it'll settle it. Alex will
I like
tell us when I can promote that. So you tell us wherever in the show I can do it because he knows the algorithms. So I want to jump into this really quick. We're talking about Taylor Swift today and her gas problems, and also why the Kardashians are mad.
Mhm.
Anything you want to talk about? Let's just sell it at the top. What do you have to talk about?
Yeah, I would like to talk about your intestinal tract because Michael Yo went to a doctor's appointment this morning.
I did. So I've never, ever had a colonoscopy.
Phew.
Yes. But before I wanted to, okay, we're going to talk about my colonoscopy second. I want to talk about Taylor Swift real quick. Let's jump into the celebrity story real quick.
Yes, can we?
Taylor Swift has gas problems. Now, Alex brought this story to our attention. Alex, do you know the details of this so we can give our comments on it?
Yeah, I know a little bit of detail
Okay.
here. So there was some sort of backlash maybe about 2 weeks ago because Kylie Jenner, or one of the Jenners, took their jet on a 10-minute ride. And people were furious.
Yes.
Now, people don't understand that when you're at that level of celebrity status, a 10-minute flight and through a public airport can turn into like a 2-hour ordeal. But anyway, that prompted the people who track, private jets, like the people who track Elon Musk's jet, stuff like that, to look into, okay, who's really putting out the most pollution? And one of the top, or the top celebrity in this list at least, was Taylor Swift. And she flew something like 170 something flights throughout half of the year. You're like 60 flights away from one flight a year, and people were furious.
Okay, now
Yes.
was it Taylor Swift flying or was it her jet was flying 170?
So it's her jet,
Her jet.
but she says she let some of her friends borrow it who don't have a jet.
Oh man, that
But-
must
Which
be nice.
is, that, it would be nice to be in that friend group. And
That's when you know you have a lot of money, right?
oh, yeah.
You're like, oh, you don't have a
Yeah.
jet? You want to use my jet?
Yes.
I mean, that's where we all need to be one day, people.
So I feel for her a little bit, because I think there's just people like to pile on her. You know what I mean? People like to pick on her.
Always.
Bad.
Always.
Yeah.
I've met Taylor Swift and interviewed
Have
her
you
several
really?
several times. Let me tell you, sweetest person in person.
Mhm.
Sweetest person. I think she got a bad rap earlier in her career because she would make these songs about relationships. And then on the other end, they would go, well, a woman can't make a song about a bad relationship, but guys make a living off of it. What's the double standard? So she got caught into that kind of fight, and she was putting all her personal business out there, which she can. She's an artist. Usher made a whole album called Confessions, where the whole album is about him cheating on his wife or girl or whatever she was.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do that. And the biggest problem I had is when I was at the concert and my wife is screaming for all the songs he's singing about cheating on his significant other. She was like, these are my confessions. I was like, hold up. What you confessing, girl? No. Anyway, that's another story. We'll talk about that later.
Don't you find yourself though sometimes, like, I love this conversation, you enjoy lyrics to a song that are just straight out super dirty or even like really derogatory towards someone or something, but you're like, but damn, I love this song.
You know what I
It
realized?
happens to
I
me.
realized that with Escape, the Pina Colada song, I never listened to the lyrics until I really paid attention. And it's about this guy writing this girl who put an ad in the newspaper about, trying to find somebody to cheat on. And then he's like, oh, no way. Like, I like all these things too. He shows up to the bar and it's his wife. So like,
Oh yeah.
so they're cheating on each other. And then they may have this realization like, I didn't know you like these things.
You're talking pina.
Yeah.
That's like a late 70s
Is that
song.
is that
If
what
you
the song's
like
about?
pina
Yes.
colada, being caught in the rain. Yeah, they find an ad. It was back when you put like
Ads in
ads in the
papers.
newspaper for somebody, and then they end up at the same bar and it's each other, and they realize they should have been together all along. That's what the song's about.
So that's the true meaning behind the Pina Colada song.
Yeah.
if you
Oh,
guys
well,
didn't
there
know.
you go. See, that's interesting now.
Yeah.
But my thing is with Taylor Swift, she gets a bad rap for a lot of things. And this is just, first of all, who looks up people's flights? That's all I want to know.
Mhm.
Who has the time to
Mhm.
look up people's flights? What is wrong with you? If you have the time to scroll through Elon Musk flights, private flights, Taylor Swift private
Yeah.
flights. Now, I understand what they're saying. They're saying they're trying to save the world, and these people attack them and say,
Mhm.
no, you're not. Even though you're making all these cars that don't use certain gases, you're using it on a jet. I get the double standard they're throwing,
Mhm.
but I would never have time to actually look through people's private jet files to see where they're taking off.
I think a lot of people are coming from the point of view of the climate when
Oh,
they're
100%.
looking at things like this. Yeah. So you can see how there's a whole lot of people who would like to collect that information. But their bigger problem, like, it's not Taylor Swift's like a great headline. You know what I mean? Their bigger problem isn't Taylor Swift. It's just super, super rich. Like the lifestyles of the super, super wealthy, very, very different.
And it's normal.
Then what,
it's normal.
It's normal to them.
I have a private
Yeah.
jet too. It's called Southwest. So what?
Yeah.
There's 120 other people on it, but still,
Were you flying Southwest because you've been flying around a little bit because Amber Brown, the TV show you're on, just premiered?
Yes, it did.
I know you're going on Good Morning America next week, which I'm
This
like,
week.
This week.
2 days from now, I'm going to
Oh
be
my
on
gosh.
Good Morning America on Thursday and then Good Day New York on Friday, promoting Amber Brown, a family show. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Go watch it now.
So I'll confess, I fully intended to watch the whole thing before coming here today because I'm like, oh my God, it's Michael Yo, it's my friend. I've been talking about this. I'm super excited. I couldn't remember my log on to Apple TV. I couldn't find my log on. And my husband wasn't home. You know what I mean? So
Excuses.
I'm going to find that log on.
Excuses.
I see you upgraded from the Mrs. Yo cup.
Oh, I
Last
did.
week you were using Mrs. Yo.
Now you
that's
know what
a
this
manly
is.
mug.
No, this is not a manly mug. This is
It is.
a Summerlin hot girl mug. I call it because every wifey in Summerlin, they brag about having these are sold out everywhere.
What?
And my wife, a hobby my wife has is finding these because they're sold out. You go on so you cannot find
May
these.
I?
I'll put it. Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna put my mouth on it or anything, but okay, Stanley, because it looks kind of camping like.
Yeah,
Is
it
it-
holds 40 ounces of water.
Wowness.
It keeps it cold.
This is hefty.
So
Okay.
everywhere you go, from
Yeah.
school to my son loves the ice skate, all the mothers have these. And one of the mothers my wife is friends with go, oh, you got to get one of these. They're great. And you really do. She was correct in saying you actually do drink a lot of water when you have one around because you just
Mhm.
drink and it's easy and you drink so much. I love it. But every white woman in Summerlin,
I did
Las
not
Vegas,
know that.
has a Stanley mug. And they cost $30 and you can't
Mhm.
find them anywhere. You
Can
can
you put
Google it. You can't
Can
find
you
them.
put it in the dishwasher?
Mhm.
That's the key. So it'll
What,
be
some you can't put in the
well,
dishwasher?
no, yeah, plenty of these you can't. I don't even know if you can with this one. This is a Starbucks special.
But look how cheap that looks.
Don't be calling my mug cheap. I like
Though.
this.
It's
Look,
pretty though.
Doesn't this remind you though of living in LA? Tell me.
It does.
Doesn't it?
And I hate it. And I hate it so much.
The Las Vegas boy now.
I am.
By the
I'm
way,
all about Vegas.
Not just you, 50,000 Californians moved here last year.
Did they really?
Yeah, there is a mass exodus and they're coming to Las Vegas. And I think everyone's moving to Texas.
Yeah,
Everyone's
Texas and
moving
Las
to
Vegas.
Austin.
Well, anywhere there's no taxes.
Yeah.
And the prices are half the price in Vegas, and it's more family friendly than California. I love it, man. I absolutely, I will never move back to Texas. This is it. And I have a couple of projects that are coming out that I got to shoot. I'm gonna fly there for a month, do them, and the family's coming back here. We are here. We are locked in. My wife is all about the Golden Knights. She's getting our son on board.
Yes, Golden Knights are fun.
Oh yeah,
that's the game to go to. Yeah, if you want to get into local sports here in Las Vegas, Golden Knights. There's some about that team, and I went to the third game ever in 2016, and this is what happened to me. What do you call the little hallway that goes from like where you buy the concessions into the stadium? Like it's a small little tunnel, like a tunnel. Okay, so I'm walking through the tunnel.
Big words, people.
I'm walking through I want to be like appropriate to the. There's a word for it.
Tunnel. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'm walking through speaking of tunnels, it reminds me of your colonoscopy.
Okay, let's get to that.
Which we haven't even talked about.
We will.
Speaking of dark tunnels. Okay, so
I want to talk about your tunnel.
Okay, so thank you.
Yes.
So here's what happened in my tunnel. So I'm walking in and I'm thinking, because everyone said, Alex, were you here during that time? Everyone said hockey in the desert. And then everyone was pissed off because they were going to call it the Silver Knights because we're the Silver State. Oh. And right at the end, the owner said, oh no, it's the Golden Knights. And we're like, what is that? What is that?
Because Nevada Gold.
Yeah, but we're the Silver State. So and also a lot of people like me wanted neon nights. Neon
nights. They come out with glow sticks and everything like that. No neon nights.
I know. It's kind of it's a little too girly. No, but I like
girly. I would not put a pronoun to it or whatever. Okay. I'm just saying it's just the wrong name to be like Golden Knights. Even
it sounds good now.
Yeah. Okay. Black Knights, not white Knights. That's kind of has a Ku Klux Klan vibe. But
that wouldn't have gone over.
White Knights.
Whoa, slow down. Back off with that.
We're going to that White Knights game. You want to go to that white? It's on white ice, and the only thing they hit is that little black thing on.
Michael's the only one who can make that joke.
It's true. See, I'm silent. Alex doesn't say anything. So I'm walking down the tunnel.
Oh, by the way, if you want to leave a comment, drop it in the comments. Anything we're talking about, you're part of this conversation. Go ahead.
By the way, I did that. My hands feel good. Yeah. I'm buying that mug. I'm buying that lotion. I'm shopping right here.
That's right.
In the Michael Yo podcast studio.
Okay, so your tunnel.
Now, everyone said it's not going to catch on here. You can't just bring hockey to the desert and have Americans, because, hockey belongs to Canada, kind of fall in love with hockey. I'm walking down the tunnel and I'm hearing like, by the time I get to the end of the tunnel, I hear the crowd like this. And I'm like, it is packed. It is the third game. And I'm like, I guess this is a hockey town.
Yeah.
And it's been crazy since
It's crazy but it really helped that they went to the finals their first season.
Yes. Everyone loves a winner.
Let's see when they have a couple bad seasons.
I have a controversial take on this.
Actually. Okay, give us that take.
I think the only reason that Vegas is a hockey town is because they have no other home team.
Well, they got the Raiders now.
Yeah, but the Raiders, where'd they come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying
they haven't fully been embraced. It's true.
No, they haven't. Not the Raiders. Yeah. So you're saying the Golden Knights, people love them because they originated from here.
Yeah, it's the only sports team that we have. So they're the favorite by default. They're kind of like
No, that's a good perspective. Vegas born. They are
Vegas born. And they, correct me if I'm wrong, because I wasn't here for the mass shooting from the hotel.
Yes.
But I heard that was the day before the Golden Knights debuted, and they had this huge tribute to those people, to the victims, to Vegas, to the families, and they kind of originated Vegas Strong.
So, yeah. Well, Vegas Strong definitely came out of that shooting. So it was October 1st was the shooting, of course. So they had just a few games and just a few right before that.
Okay.
But they immediately responded, I want to say within the next 48 hours, with a home game where everyone came together and like the stadium stopped and they did a whole tribute. So they caught the spirit of the community in mourning.
Yeah.
It was shocking.
And I heard, if you were there in that stadium, it was amazing. Like, it was amazing. And I heard that's why you got the feels. And so many people just adopted the team. Like after that, it's like they really put themselves in the community, and they really, you could tell the franchise was really hurt by it as well, just like everybody in the world was. But yeah, that's kind of set them like, this is our team. Where when my wife watched the Raiders, it's like people getting arrested all the time. She doesn't want any part of it. Like my wife can't stand the Raiders because you had a drunk driver kill somebody. You had another. You hear about them getting pulled over all the time,
pulling out a gun in a ballet, getting away with it. I mean, just bad behavior.
So my wife is like, no, we're not supporting them. I don't care if they're in Vegas, but we will support the Golden Knights, and I'm all for it.
So speaking of celebrities and behavior, are we done with Taylor Swift? Like, does she need a reprimand about the private jet? Look, should she fly Coach, or should she fly Southwest?
No, if I was Taylor Swift, I would jump in my jet and double it. I'd be like, this is what I do. I'm Taylor Swift. I got money. You don't. I'm going to look. People confuse. If you're trying to, here's the problem with social media today, and it's a good problem. They have receipts. Anything you do, there's receipts now for it, right? So when people ask me questions on the radio, if I'm 100% not sure, because I don't want to be caught like in an instance where you say something and then they'll be like, well, you see all these receipts, and you're like, oh, and you're caught. Taylor Swift, if you're going to support green, you got to be honest. Like, yo, I support green, but I got a private jet. But I raise money for green, but I fly in my private jet. It's kind of, people aren't honest. Like Perez Hilton was on the podcast.
Yes.
And it's a phenomenal episode. Go watch it. It's on the page right now. It's phenomenal. What I love about him is he's like, what I did was messed up. And I know it was messed up. Actually, it's so messed up, it's irredeemable. And I don't know if people will ever forgive me. Probably not. And they shouldn't. But I am sorry. So that's the way you apologize and own up to something. If you mean it, you think Taylor Swift or anybody with that much money cares about these little trolls telling them that they're flying around the country too much in their private jets when these people give millions of dollars to probably climate change or green events? It's not even close. So like Elon and all these people, they don't care. You can yell all day, even though Taylor did backtrack. Taylor Swift did backtrack on me. I wouldn't backtrack, which leads me to backtracking. Will Smith, this one and Chris Rock video.
Oh, what? Are we going into that?
The slap. Oh. Yes. So he does this apology.
The slap heard around the world.
I'm talking to one of my good friends, and he goes, the reason why I didn't like Will Smith's apology is because it was set up.
I thought it just sounded like it came out of the mouth of a publicist.
Yes.
To me.
It wasn't real. It wasn't organic. It wasn't like Perez's was real organic. Like Will Smith should have had to Perez Hilton. I'm sorry. Like you got to own up to it. You got to be like, look, what he said made me angry. So I slapped him on purpose. I tell you, I slapped him. And guess what? I enjoyed slapping him in that moment. And I know that was wrong. But don't be like, well, I called him and tried to get his apology. No, I went like, yo, I wanted to slap this man at that time because he's been talking about my wife for years. And I slapped him and I meant it at that time. Now that I've had time to reflect, go to therapy, I know that was wrong. But man, I enjoyed slapping him at that time. But I know it was wrong. And I'm trying to do better. And I can't say if he said that again I wouldn't slap him again. Like, you got to be honest with it. See, that's real. And people be like, yo. And I noticed today, and I'm not going to cut you off this. I noticed if you just own up to anything, you can be an asshole. I mean, you had a president that would say the craziest stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Today thing to do is to say the most craziest thing and own it. And then at least people know, okay, this dude meant what he did. And you move on. Once people know you're real, like I guarantee you, if Will Smith went up there and just said, yo, I slapped Chris Rock and I meant it at the moment, I'm working on myself, and left, that would have been way better than all this talking he did.
Oh, yeah. No, every kind of choice he made after that slap happened was kind of not the right choice in terms of redeeming himself. Even going up there, accepting the Oscar, really not addressing it, sort of justifying it within the Oscar, going and dancing at the after party all night, like, and then releasing an apology that was super fake. Everything was like not advisable.
But see, here's my thing. I don't think it was super fake. I just think it didn't come off genuine. I know fake and genuine are opposites, but I felt like anytime they have writing on a screen and you walk into frame, sit down and say, here are the questions I'm going to address, that's a problem. I would have much rather that apology in an Instagram live. Because I know that at least that's real. Alex, you want to say something?
Yeah, the other problem with it was that it was too overproduced, and
Yes.
You look at it and it looks so cinematic. It looks like a movie. Like they even have a wide angle that cuts to it moving, and it's like, no, we didn't need that. You know, what we needed for him was just to turn on his phone, set it on the kitchen counter, and just talk to the phone.
Yeah, and I think that would have done it. But all these he had 2 camera angles, a wide and then a close up, and it's like, what do you do? And the mic was set up on the side where it looked perfect. I mean, it was just too much. And I love Will Smith, but I'm also the same person that doesn't think.
Do you still, or have your view of him changed a little bit?
It's never changed of him. What my view was, it was really messed up what he did, and he should be punished. And he's getting that punishment right now. But I've known him for over 15 years, not as a close friend, but working throughout the industry with him. And one thing does not discount your body of work your whole life, you know? And so I've always stuck to that. And like I said, what he did was wrong. It was awful, but I don't think it should define him for the rest of his life.
I think it really comes down to, and we were talking about the Raiders a minute ago, is how much you care about whether it's a rock star, an actor, or a freaking amazing quarterback, how much you care about people's, personality outside of their talent. How much you care about their integrity or their actions. I think it's all about actions.
Yeah,
isn't
100%.
it?
100%. Look, Chris Rock, for the rest of his life, what I feel bad for is whenever someone says Chris Rock, the picture they're going to show is him like this, getting slapped. Just imagine the rest of your life, that picture is going to show up.
Can we talk about it,
that's
though?
Crazy to me.
Because the way because here you are doing this podcast and you're going to be on Good Morning America in 48 hours.
Yep.
He recovered so amazingly. Can you have you ever had anyone come up on stage while you're doing stand-up,
I've never had that happen. I'm not saying it won't happen, but
you've had hecklers.
Not really.
Drunk people,
yes.
Every night.
Where it could elevate, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? But I feel like what Will Smith really wanted was for Chris Rock to apologize. Then it's water under the bridge. Chris Rock will not give that to him.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, once he apologizes to accepts Will Smith's apology, it's over. Then it's out of the news.
Well, in a way, he said it was a joke. It was a joke, man, didn't he? Like,
who said that?
Chris Rock up on stage.
Yeah, he said the joke on stage.
He said it. Well, he said to Will after that. Didn't he say something when he was kind of getting his stance back of remember. It was a joke, man. But
he recovered great.
I think we shift the focus from even talking about Will Smith because it was just poor behavior and talk about Chris Rock. Have you seen Chris Rock live since that happened?
I missed him in
Vegas.
I would
like to, but
I'm a big Chris Rock fan. Like if I was Chris Rock, and I'm not, but I would never accept an apology because people would talk about it forever. It would help my ticket sales. Not that that's why he's doing it, but it doesn't hurt. And he's always relevant now. He's
relevant anyway.
He wasn't as relevant. When's the last time you said Chris Rock before he got slapped? Never.
Well, no, because I talk about him coming to Vegas. So
okay, I mean, you're in the industry of Vegas.
He's on my radar because
But what I'm saying is mainstream people, everybody knows him, but it's not like he was on people's TVs like he is now. This slap helps his career. So by him not apologizing helps it even more because one day when things slow down, he could be like, I accept his apology. And then boom. He's back.
Right.
You see what I mean? Now,
headlines.
Will Smith has given him a gift of staying relevant no matter what. Because guess what? Everywhere Will Smith goes, they're going to ask him about Chris Rock. So this is the gift that's going to keep on giving. Now,
yeah, but I bet you he'd take it back for anything.
100% he would, but
Yeah.
you can't. But
No,
you can't. But what Chris Rock, as soon as he accepts the apology, it's over. It's done. And why would you want to do that if you're Chris Rock, especially when it's this man's fault?
Well, why would you want to do that if you were just a man, like, and another man slaps you? I don't know, but I would think.
Well, some people,
would you accept an apology from someone who came up on stage and slapped you?
No, but some people, look, there's people that will accept a murderer's apology.
Well, there's some, in fact.
So a slap, remember, a slap is not a murder. So for people to take this overboard and pretend it like was the most vicious crime in the world, slow down. It's not a murder, all right?
No, it just was on a global stage.
That was the mistake. If
it
this
was
would have
on a global, if it would have happened back in the tunnel.
If this would have happened, nobody would have cared. Nobody would have even cared. So you're right. What Alex?
Somebody actually brings up a good point here in the comments. Jamari says, what if Jada had slapped Chris? How do you think that would have been different?
Wow, I never thought about that. If Jada went up there.
Okay, let's go with that for a second.
I think it still would have been frowned on, but I think she would have got a pass.
She would have gotten more of a pass, and yet it really would have reflected negatively on her. Still, it would have reflected very negatively on her. Or would have been
worse on Chris.
It would have been a little worse on Chris, especially since I think her alopecia would have played into it a little more.
What do you
and then it depends what she did afterwards if she apologized.
Okay, that's the question. Drop it in the comments. That's a great question. Drop it in the comments. I really feel that she would have looked bad, but I think Chris would have got a lot of heat for the joke then. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, Jada, it would be unfortunate for her too, because I feel like so many people like Taylor Swift. I'm just going to say, this is what Jada and Taylor Swift have in common. Sometimes people just like to pick on women, just get 100%. In there and just pick on them. And I think both those women are fabulous in their own right. And they get picked on like a little excessively. It's just a little, why is it so excessive?
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about you're right. I'm just wondering what really would have happened. Because here's if I'm a publicist. Now, I'm not speaking for Jada or Chris. If I'm a publicist for Jada and Jada goes up there and slaps Chris, what I'm doing then is saying, he made jokes about a woman. I'm playing the woman card up. I'm playing that he's done these jokes before about her. I'm playing that she wasn't even nominated. She was just a guest and had no business jokes going. So she got fed up and slapped him.
Here is the problem, though, with that scenario.
It's terrible.
That so many people from the very beginning, I was watching this live. I always watch the Oscars.
Now, remember, before people attack me for taking Jada, I'm saying it's wrong if she did that. But I'm saying as a publicist, as her publicist.
No, you're getting it. You're trying to get.
I would see how they would frame it to go against Chris.
Yeah. How do you spin it? How do you frame it?
Yeah.
The thing I didn't understand from the very beginning is G.I. Jane to me was like this great movie where Demi Moore was smoking hot.
Yes.
And I see Jada Smith is smoking hot. So I just didn't see it as this horrible insult.
And let's be honest,
you know what I mean?
Any comedian will admit I don't want to call it a hacky joke. It was a terrible joke. I mean, the movie wasn't relevant anymore. It wasn't a great joke at all. I mean, nobody was like, "Oh my God!" It wasn't a funny joke.
On stage at the Oscars, telling jokes is not an easy.
No, not at all.
That is not an easy.
Not at all. Like Chris would never do that joke. Like anyone that references a movie that's 15, 20 years old, it's like, okay, you're reaching to make a joke about her.
You tell me, because you're the stand-up, but I think he had his jokes for a lot of people
100%.
He was given a seat map, literally.
Yeah. That's what they do.
Yeah.
We get a seat map and then look.
Have you been to the Oscars? By the way, I haven't been.
I have been. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. But I've been in that room, the press room, but I've actually been in the Oscars as well, along with the Emmys. I've been to a Clive Davis Grammy party, the exclusive one.
Ooh.
So I've been to a lot of these parties. It's not my thing. It's really, I don't like the older I get, I don't like being around a lot of people. I perform in front of them, but I don't like being around them if I don't have to.
That's me coming out of the pandemic, man.
Yeah.
I was in Home Depot this weekend, and I had Alex, this ever happened to you? I had a low grade sense of panic.
Really?
Yeah, just because it was crowded at Home Depot. But it's really a pandemic thing. It's like having spent so much time kind
Yeah.
of, but speaking of spending quiet time,
Oh,
away from
Lord.
other people. So how was the colonoscopy?
It's my first one. I'm 47. It was my first colonoscopy. I've been holding off on it. And, you know, you hear the horror stories about, oh my God, you got to drink this fluid and it's all. Now it's pills. You take 12 pills like 12 hours before or something. Don't go by my times. But I took pills at 3:00.
Michael Yo did not follow
Right.
instructions.
No, I followed it perfectly.
Okay,
So
good.
I'll tell you, yesterday, I took pills starting at 3:00. I didn't eat solids 8 o'clock and on the night before. So, and I just ate Jello and water and everything like chicken broth throughout the day. But 3:00, I took my first 12 pills. Then I had to wake up at midnight and take my second 12 pills,
Oh.
which kept me up to 3 a.m. And then I had to go in at 7. So for people watching this, take the 2:00 appointment, not the 7:00 appointment, because it messes up your whole clock. If I was at 2, like they originally scheduled me, you could take your pills before you go to bed, like that nighttime. You could, and then when you wake up at 6, you could take the second round and then go in. But man, it was tough. And then my kids were up at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. I've never seen stuff come out like water everywhere. Everywhere was coming out like water, and it was great, clear. I was clear. Doctor said
You got cleaned out, my friend.
the doctor
Whew.
said I was immaculate.
Oh,
you're welcome. I was immaculate. Thank you.
Clean on the inside.
Clean.
Seriously?
Clean on the
Michael,
inside,
yo.
clean on the outside, clean on the inside, clean on the
Do
outside.
they give you a number? Is it like 1 through 10 or 1 through 100? And you
If
have
they
to
had numbers,
like,
I would have been 1,000. Let me tell you. He was like,
wow.
it, and he complimented me on how clean I was on the inside. Because a lot of people don't follow the directions, but I was so scared to get it wrong. I followed them to a T. So if anybody needs colonoscopy advice, drop it in the comments and I'll answer your question, because I was all over it.
I'm pretty excited about it. Is this going to be an annual thing or?
You know what? So, and this is sad news, but I had a friend. Sometimes they tell you, and some insurances say, if you're totally clean,
Yeah.
that you don't go for another 5 years. Well, I've had 2 friends that lost their mother because they were clean like the first time, but got something like a year after, but they don't you don't feel the effects. And then when they go in that fifth year, 5 years later, it's grown, and one lived 6 months after that, one lived a year after that.
Very
so
similar.
I'm going every year, just because if you detect it early, it's easy to get rid of.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, that's true with everything.
And
else
why
except-
not?
It's like breast cancer. The same
Yes.
thing with mammograms, right?
Yes.
Is you hear story after story of people. I was clear 2 years ago, and I went in and boom, they found something.
Yeah.
So that's
And-
why you do it every year.
And it's a great cleanse. It kind of reset my body.
Woo!
And I was actually thinking once a week, I'm gonna do all liquid once a week, because it cleans out not take the pills. You won't like go like that, but it's just a great reset. I felt phenomenal yesterday, and I feel great today. And all I had was one piece of toast and Jello.
I love to eat, and I get very hungry when I don't eat, but you're
Do you get
making me want to
hangry?
do this.
Do you get hangry?
I get lightheaded
Oh,
is what I get.
yeah. Me and my wife, we
yeah.
get so hangry when we're hungry.
do.
Like hangry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like we need to get
angry,
some
hangry.
food.
Oh yeah. We could tell because we both get really quiet when we're hungry.
Oh, because you're probably trying to hold in.
So we don't want to I don't want to say yes.
Yeah, I do.
So,
Yeah. No, I know that feeling. I get real lightheaded. Well, I think we should do a thing next time you're gonna go liquid, like for the afternoon. Text me and I'll do it too.
Okay.
And then we could talk about it.
Yeah, it's not
how
bad.
clean
It's
we are
just
inside.
Jello.
Yeah.
It's just chicken broth, popsicles, Pedialyte popsicles, and then bang out water all day. And the pills kind of bloat you up too, so it's all right. It's not bad. It's not bad.
You weren't starving.
No.
So I mentioned I saw Richard Marx on
Yes.
stage.
Now, for the younger people who don't know who Richard Marx is,
Google it.
No, you got to tell them who he is.
Okay. Well, Richard Marx had an amazing string of ballads all throughout the late 80s and 90s. He's a singer. He plays guitar. He's a songwriter, though, like primarily. Right. And he plays piano as well.
Okay.
But he has pumped out some serious songs. So he actually has an album coming out next month. So I was invited actually by our mutual friend, Perez Hilton, to go see Richard Marx on stage. He's like, hey, I got tickets. I think it'll be interesting. And I'm thinking, Richard Marx, all right. Dude, totally surprised me. Really surprised me. You know why? Because he was hilarious. So between every song, and he sounded great, he looked great, and he reminds me of your cleanse. So he's a man after your own heart. So I'm like, how does this dude look so good? And Perez even said to me, he's like, I think he's getting Botox, but just the right amount because he looks so good.
Well, hold on, not to cut off your story, but my dermatologist, Melissa at Honest Dermatology in
Hey, Melissa.
in LA, she has a lot of big celebrity clients. And she goes, you have to treat Botox if you really want to do it like working out. These people that look amazing older, they go every 3 months and just get it every 3 to 6 months. So it's always like going to the gym. So you've seen those people where they look a certain way and then the next day they look totally different. No, that doesn't happen with her clients. That's when you just all of a sudden say, I look old, I need to get everything done. If you keep doing it,
that's the old surgery route.
Yeah.
Like it used to be like the whole face thing. That's not what's happening yet.
You can just, slowly do it and always keep up. For sure. So
I still do feel that a lot of people overdo it.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm not a big fan of overdoing
Looks like they're
it.
or all the time. Oh, they have the big fish lips.
It's the big lip. I don't know why.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's disgusting.
Or like the giant fake breasts, but then you carry them around.
I don't think that's a thing anymore. I know like 15 years.
It is less of a thing.
15 years ago, it was the thing.
Did you guys notice this? It all, like if you think of Victoria's Secret, like 20 years ago and stuff.
Just normal.
And just
Pamela
Baywatch.
Anderson. What's funny to me, and I hope you don't have this tattoo. I don't see it on you. With a barbed wire around a woman's arm. That looks so trashy now, and no offense to anybody watching, but that looks so trashy right now. That's one of those mistakes where you thought it was cool, so you got it around your arm, or the little tramp stamp. You got a little stamp on your back? No,
I've never.
That was the thing, a little tramp stamp on the back.
Yep. I came so close to getting a tattoo. I'm so glad I did.
What would it have been?
I had this drawing actually in college. I was all about it. It was a woman straddling a globe. I don't know.
Like she was giving birth to a globe.
And it wasn't meant to be like she's giving birth. It was just like a pretty image, and like I wanted the blue of the globe. And I don't know.
And
do you have any
Woman's
tattoos?
World.
No, but I like
it's
that.
It's not a man's world.
I'm not opposed to that.
I like it. I actually like the visual. It's not a man's
I probably
world.
Still have that
It's
drawing.
my world.
It's all about me.
It's all about me.
It's all about me. Do you have a tattoo?
No.
Oh, I would have guessed maybe you did.
I think think the only tattoo, and I told my wife the other day, I would get is a family one. So I would get CEO tattooed on me somewhere because it's Claire, my wife's name, Elise, my daughter's name, and Oliver.
And it has a double meaning, which is badass.
Yeah.
I kind of like that for you.
I like it. Maybe like a rapper, I'll get a big gold chain and it'll say CEO on
you
it.
Could.
Or maybe I'll just get somebody to make me a gold chain and hang it on the board behind us, which could look dope. What do you think, Alex?
Like downtown LA, if we get that made.
Huh?
Yeah, definitely not. No.
Alex, do you have a tattoo? Okay, wait.
Alex
don't tell us.
Definitely not.
I think he does.
Oh,
I don't know.
No. Hold on. Let's get. Don't tell it. You think Alex has a tattoo?
I'm guessing he does.
I'm saying no.
Okay.
I do not have a tattoo.
No.
But if I did, it'd be a cat-too. A cat-too.
A what?
A cat-too, Michael, yo. A cat-too. You not know what a cat-too is?
No.
Like a cat?
Yeah.
You would get a tattoo of a cat?
I love cats. Yeah.
Wait, like one of your cats or like Heathcliff?
Can we take a single shot of Alex right now? Alex, you love cats?
I love cats. Yeah. So no, I don't know if it necessarily be my cat, but like, like a cool, like it doesn't have to be like a photorealistic cat. Like it could be like a cat and it can say like, you got to be kidding me or something. Look at Michael.
If I liked Alex before, I think I just fell in love with Alex.
I don't like
Alex.
That actually makes me not like Alex.
You are shocked. Do you not like cats? You don't like cats?
No, cats hate people. Cats deal with people and don't love people.
That's because you don't take time to earn their love.
I don't need to earn their love. A dog, you get that love right there. Why do I want? And cats don't love you, Alex. Remember, they'll eat your face if you die at your house. They'll eat your freaking face. They'll go to town on your face, Alex. Remember that.
Okay, so question: when you go to New York City, and you'll probably see some stray cats.
Yes.
What are you gonna do when you're not
Well, I fly in
Working.
there tomorrow. I land Wednesday night, so I'll just go to a hotel, sleep. Good
Mhm.
Morning America on Thursday. I'm performing at the Comedy Cellar Thursday night
Yes. Are you
in New
really?
York. Yes, and then
Oh,
Friday
damn.
morning I go on this Good Day New York with Rosanna Scotto. She's so amazing, and then I fly back here for Friday. So I'll be back Friday night, whirlwind, promoting Amber Brown, which is awesome. But I do want to talk about one more thing.
Please.
Kardashians and Instagram. Now, this was a big issue. Now, everybody's, Instagram, if you post photos, there
Mhm.
was now, when you post a photo, it gets nearly no likes because they're pushing the video. You have to do a quick video.
Yep.
And like just so I know, I used to post a photo and get like thousands of likes. It went down to like 500, 400, 300 likes. So that's how much they were pushing videos. Kardashians and some other celebrities got mad because they were like, wait a minute, we like the photos and you stop pushing those and they make less money. That's the big key. You make
Right,
less money.
exactly.
So if you post an ad for a drink or whatever, you could post a photo with you and you get tons of likes and they would pay you for that. Now you actually have to shoot a video, which takes more time for a celebrity. And the biggest problem why the Kardashians and other celebrities got mad about it is I feel it's easy to edit a photo because my wife can edit a photo on her phone. It's quick. Anybody, her assistants can do it. With a video, to make yourself look like yourself in photos, it takes a whole team and it would take thousands upon thousands and dollars and lots of time. So they can't do that. And I think that's why a lot of celebrities are against videos because they don't look the way they look in photos. They can't
want that face tune for
they
video.
want the face tune.
Yeah.
They want that fake look that they really don't look like in person. And I'm not talking about the Kardashian. I'm talking about everybody right now. But videos, you look like you. I mean, you can do one swipe and do the Paris filter or other filters but you can't go in there and make yourself thinner and stuff like. No, it doesn't do that well. So I think that's why a lot of celebrities got mad about it.
Here's the thing with social media. I mean, when we were on Facebook, we were on YouTube right before we started this podcast, but every few years, the main social media has shifted.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, TikTok is like ruling the planet right now. Obviously, that's why Instagram made these changes, right?
Yeah.
Is because they're just trying to get a little bit more on board with the TikTok thing. But it will, in 5 years, it'll be different.
Oh, what are you talking about?
So it's
2
just,
years from now,
right,
it'll be different.
It's evolve. I don't know if you can like complain about it. I think you have to just kind of roll with it.
That's what I'm saying. And you just got to find a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't, and things come and go. TikTok was not a thing where Instagram even cared about. Now they care about it. Guess what? Somebody will come out with another platform, that Facebook, and then everybody rush to that. Because now to combat Facebook and Instagram, I believe TikTok's doing longer format. You can put videos over 3 minutes or however long. So now they're kind of going for each other's crowd. But here's what I feel, and I'm not in that business, but I feel that since TikTok has the younger generation, Facebook has the older generation, those people, they feel they're going to lose coming up through the Facebook world. And that's what could shut them down. Where TikTok, those are all the people. You watching TikTok right now?
I'm pulling up my TikTok. Yeah. Okay. So
what's your TikTok for everybody to know?
Obviously, there's algorithm. JJ Snyder. I actually got my real name. I didn't have to like JJ Snyder 56345. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I was pretty excited. I love dance. I am like just in awe of people who can dance. Like how many people there are all around the world that can dance.
I wonder.
It's amazing.
I wonder 50 years, 100 years from now when we're gone, how are people going to look? They're like, these people just danced all day. Or like, how will they look at it? It's kind of us looking at people that, those people smoked in airplanes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like these people, all they did was take pictures of themselves all day and they look the same.
Well, the question is, are we going to evolve out of that? Like, how long will selfies even be a word that we use like all the time? Alex?
I think that's going away because here's the thing. I had friends that are telling me about these dating apps and we were talking about catfishing. Like you look so different, right? Why has nobody invented a date? Why do I have to get your number and then FaceTime you? Why can't I like have a dating app where it's like videos? Because then it's like what Michael said, or it's like you look like you look in your videos, unless you got a really, really good angle. But I think it's going to be the future for sure.
Yeah. Oh, what were you saying? I think JJ's saying your camera's blurry.
Oh, yeah. Well, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
There we
What?
It depends.
Although
But
you look so good with that haircut that we
Oh,
shouldn't
thank
complain.
you.
yeah.
It's a good haircut.
She's judging you, Alex. She was like,
You guys want to hear an interesting story I was reading
Yes.
this morning? So I read for the first time that The Rock, Dwayne The Rock
Love him.
Johnson,
Yes.
just tried In-N-Out for the first time. And I gotta say, being from the Midwest, I never had In-N-Out. So when I moved out here, it was a big thing for me. He liked it.
it's overrated to me. I love In-N-Out, but I can't do it anymore. I can't. Like,
There's the
what's
door,
better
Michael.
than the
There's the
In-N-Out
door.
burger
Hmm.
is when you do In-N-Out lettuce wrap. Because you just the meat and the stuff is delicious. The bun is great, but I love it lettuce wrap. If I do get it, I do it lettuce wrap.
Ketchup?
That's what you. No, because it has sugar in it.
Whoa.
But I do lots of pickles.
Oh,
I love the
yeah, I can
pickles,
get
the
on board with
cheese.
pickles.
Oh, it's delicious. And I don't get their secret sauce on it.
In-N-Out is interesting. So we were talking about moving to Vegas and how much we love living here. I will say, I don't know what it is, but I think the In-N-Outs in California are just a little better. Like,
Really?
yeah, that's where In-N-Out was born. Like,
Yeah.
they're so good. I almost think like the ultimate In-N-Out is you want to be within like a mile from the beach and you want to go into the drive-thru
Yeah.
and get the In-N-Out burger. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
It's a great
Lettuce
place.
wrapper bun. It's so good.
In Vegas right now, where we love, there's a pizza place called Brooklyn's. It's down the street. We love that. But
Mhm.
I'm all after this colonoscopy today. I'm in this whole health kick now.
Mm.
I love hummus and vegetables,
Mm-hmm.
like red peppers, cucumbers. I love what else is in there? Carrots. I don't know.
Mm.
I'm just in that mood to eat. My mouth craves vegetables for some reason right now. And that happened because of the cleanse. And I'll go through these phases where all I'll do is eat vegetables. And I love that.
Wow.
But then, like, before the colonoscopy, I had a whole pizza to myself because I was like, I'm not going to eat for 2 days, So, but everything's all good. Everything is all good. Anything else we need to talk about, Alex? We're good? All right. So let me tell you about this real quick. Baskins. I'll give you some. You want that right there?
Yeah. I mean, I love
You know
the
what
way
they tell you to
feels.
put it? They
It's
tell you to
thick.
put it right here
Yeah.
because
It absorbs.
It absorbs. It's the so I started using this CBD cream, and look, I will never sell something I don't really use. I use it every morning. I have pains in my hands because I got to get surgery on this hand, but to ease the pain, I use this, and it's great, man. Baskins, you can take a shower in it. It stays on.
Is it specifically for pain relief, or is it?
It's just like if you have a
Is
headache,
it calming too?
it's calming. It's everything, and I absolutely love it. And the ratings for it are through the roof. If you click on the link in the description, just read all about it. I'm not going to even try to oversell you on it. It's just freaking amazing. I do get a little part of it, but not much. I actually called the company. I was like, yo, I love this stuff. I would love to do something.
Yeah.
So I don't get really nothing at all, but just wanted to put it out there. So check it out. It's called Baskins. It's my favorite CBD. Do you use any CBDs, Alex? Or are you not that guy?
No, I'm not that guy. Yeah.
No?
I actually, believe it or not, this is going to sound really bad. I don't moisturize, and I think I should.
I think I
Oh,
should.
I need to
I
more.
am
I don't
shocked.
either though. Because every time
Really?
I put stuff on my face, I break out.
Mm.
That's why I have a
same.
My face is made to be dirty. I don't know why. I even go to a dermatologist and I go, every time y'all put something on my face, I break out. So that's why I have a couple breakouts right now, is because they gave me this new lotion. I tried it for a couple of days, started breaking out. I was like,
It's kind of nice because then you don't require anything. You're not high maintenance. But
Yeah.
does your skin feel dry all the time?
yes.
Mm.
So it's kind of like I'm in that, because my wife was telling me, I think they call it, what do they call it? They call it slugging. Have you ever heard of this?
Mm-mm.
So before you go to bed, you put Aquaphor all over your face.
Yeah.
Then you wake up
Slugging. Oh my
because
God,
it's
I get
slug,
it.
like a slug leaves
Yes.
a trail. So you slug on your face
Well, I did.
and you wake up and your face is fantastic. But the problem is I broke out with that too. So
Well, that's really thick. So Aquaphor is almost exactly the same ingredients as Vaseline. And so I grew up doing that with Vaseline.
You
We
slugged
totally
it?
did that. Yeah. All the girls in my house, that's what we did. My mom's like, even with a cut, she's like, put Vaseline
Yeah,
on it. It's like the go-to.
So
Yeah.
that's back. Slugging is back. Slugging it.
Slugging in the
All right,
desert.
where can people find you, JJ?
All right, J2 Snyder. Also on the Morning Blend here in Las Vegas.
And you're still going through guest hosts. When are you going to hire somebody?
That is a great question. In fact, I'm gonna get in my car right now and go to the station and have a meeting about that.
All right.
Yeah.
Notice, Alex, they didn't offer me. They thought I was garbage.
No, I already
They
talked.
They didn't
Wait
offer
a
me
second.
the job, Alex.
No,
You see
no.
that? They didn't offer
First off, Michael
even-
Yo
They didn't even offer. You know, I would have said no, but they didn't even offer.
You already dude.
I wasn't even in a running, Alex.
Somebody is traveling across the country all the time and doing shows in LA and doing stand-up.
See these excuses?
You told me there was no way.
Yeah, but still, hey, here's an offer.
I will let them know that even though you said no, you would appreciate an offer.
No.
We love you. No, we're going to have you on as much as we can get you on.
See, they want me on for nothing. You see what they don't want to pay me, Alex. They don't even offer me a job, but that's fine.
You know, if the paycheck's big enough, Michael Yo will stop going on tour.
Their paycheck's not big enough, Alex.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, you know, if it was.
Oh, if it was?
How did your stand-up show go last week in the city that
see how
had
JJ
the most...
deflects? I love her. She just deflects. You see, now what the stand-up?
You had it was
oh my God
with the most.
Huntsville, Alabama was freaking fantastic.
Seriously,
I did not expect it. Huntsville, Alabama. It is so good. It's you know, it's where NASA is. Part of NASA is. It's it's a lot of rocket scientists that live out there. It was phenomenal. I cannot wait to go to Stand Up Live Huntsville again. The crowds were insane and so fun.
Ready to have fun.
And they bought all my merch, everything. I had to reload because of them.
Oh
it was amazing. It was such an incredible weekend, man. I will go to Huntsville, Alabama. I love you guys. You were freaking phenomenal.
Let us know in the message boards if you saw Michael in Huntsville, Alabama. I haven't been.
No,
sounds great. Awesome. You make it sound good.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. What do we need to pimp, Alex? Alex the pimp. What do we need to pimp?
Guys, go ahead and subscribe. I need a job. Go ahead, follow Michael Yo. Follow Michael Yo. And I heard Michael Yo has a tour. So if you go on michaelyocomedy.com, tour dates available. And lastly, follow me on Instagram, Alex_Nava.
And big shout out to Alex one more time. Leave him some positive comments. He is close to losing 20 pounds. Let's get him over 20 pounds.
Yeah, Alex.
Show the love to Alex. All right, we'll see you next time on the Yo Show. Later.